Up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino, man. Man, we gotta do better, man. Right now, the current state of this world is such that it makes you question. It makes you wonder if people are just some people, not everybody, just super heartless, man. You know, this society seems to be so heartless to where um, nobody cares, not even about the life of somebody else. It's like they don't even care about their own life. So much crime and so much violence taking place out here in these streets. And again, when you think about the people who are the victims of it, that's one thing. But the people who are causing the violence, again, they don't seem to even have a thought about their own future. And we know that self hate is a real thing. People tend to dismiss and say, well, man, that's just people are fools and they just wild, and of course that's a byproduct of self hate, in my opinion. Just and when I say self hate, what you gotta understand, it doesn't just mean your individual self, just within you. Self hate also represents the hatred of your own people because we are all connected and we're supposed to be connected. We come from the same creator, and when you carry out an act against your brother, your sister, you're doing it to yourself. So self-hate is reflective of the big scale, not just looking in the mirror and maybe not being happy with yourself, even though that's really the microcosm. But I'm wondering, man, what's making us go into that mindset where we just don't care about what we do to people no more. We don't care about what happens to nobody, and just have this unfeeling attitude towards other people. And if they got something you want, or if an altercation breaks out, or an argument breaks out, it quickly transfers over into being an altercation that leads to really serious or deadly consequences at some point. And even after the fact, you see people with zero to very little remorse about what it is that they did to somebody to cause somebody to lose their life, even after receiving a long jail sentence, a long prison sentence, still zero to little remorse. So somehow, some way, we have to start to implement that love back into the community and implement those opportunities back into the community and fix that family structure, that broken home structure, that this poverty situation, and this low self esteem and this self hate that's causing us in our community to go out and carry out irreversible acts of violence against our own people. I'm not one of those people who are going to give up on my own people. I'm not going to ever give up on black people because I know who we are at the root of all. So we got to figure out a solution. We have to be solution oriented. We have to not be so dependent on what goes on in these schools. We have to not be so dependent on the lies that have been told us for so many years by our open oppressors. We have to grab a hold of our young people ourselves and be the catalyst to those conversations and be the ones who try to um, cleanse and filter out whatever it is going on in us to fix us. I ain't giving up on us. That ain't how it go. Because in a lot of cases with our young people, um, and I say this all the time, man, and y'all know this. Those of y'all who watch my channel and y'all a little older, male or female, it's stuff that y'all did, stuff that I did when we were young. We were in our 20s, even into our 30s, that we just happened to We just happened to get through it. Wasn't so much that we were so skilled or so this or so that. We just happened to get the grace and the blessings of God to get through it. Whereas a lot of our young brothers and sisters, they don't get that chance. It's just boom. Things are moving so fast these days. And so we can't be over judgmental and washing our hands with our young people like, man, ain't nothing else I can do for them, man. Well, you wouldn't be in a situation where you maybe had to do something for them at this point had we done something for them in the beginning. Had we been there early on, because every person, man, has a point in their life where they make that turn for the worse. Something happened. There's a situation that they're faced with, or circumstance that causes them to dip left. But it was also available where they could have went to the right at the same time. You know, and usually when people fail, it's because somebody else failed them. So we got to reinstitute the understanding, man, and the understanding, of how important we are to each other. Because if you don't feel like you're important as within yourself, you're not gonna feel like the person in front of you is important. We're gonna turn into animals, and the animal is moved by his appetite. He's not moved by any type of reasoning, any type of rationale. He's moved strictly by appetite. He salivates and he's like, okay, that's gonna fill me up. Let me go eat it, and I'm gonna eat it alive. Don't care how much pain you in. Don't care how bad you're screaming. Don't care if you got babies at home. Eat you alive. So we got to reverse that animalistic mentality, man. And it ain't just talking about what we got. Yeah, because I know y'all hearing me say that, but it's a process, it's steps where each one of us got to be responsible for a particular area, a particular person. And if enough of us do that, then we connect. We're tied on a string. And try to make things better, man. One person at a time, one move at a time, man. And I'm doing this video because one of the homies got killed last night. And he was a young brother, 32, 33 years old. That's young. And most every situation like this, once you hear the story, you think and you say, it could have been avoided. If this, if that, it could have been avoided. But a lot of times it's not avoided. So let's focus on that, man. Let's focus on that. Let's not get so caught up in what's going on out here and lose sight of how crazy this world is and how crazy this world is getting. And let's do our job to contribute to the repair of it, not to add to the madness. All right, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. Catch y'all later on. Peace.